But there's a few interesting things. First, if you're playing solo or with 2 players, these icons at the bottom of each network card mean something. So let's say I take a turn in the solo game. After each turn, I'm going to flip a new network card. Doesn't matter if I'm in the first season, I'm still going to flip a network card even if we're not playing with network cards. And I'm going to look at this icon. So there's icons for shows, stars, ads, network cards, and budget spaces. So since there is one ad icon, I'm going to discard one of the available ads, the leftmost ad. Then I get to take another turn, and then at the end of this turn, I flip another network card. In this case, I'm going to discard a show, a star, and a network card. What's different about the solo game is every time I can't fulfill one of those icons, I'm going to put a cube into the turn order track. The moment I fill up the turn order track because I've gone too far in rounds and I've gotten 5 icons that I could not discard. So the moment that space gets filled, I lose the game. So the solo game can be pretty tense because you're not entirely sure how much you can get away with if you push your luck too much. Now let's say you're playing with 2 players. If you're playing with 2 players, you're going to use the opposite side of the middle track. And this here is the turn order track for 2 players. And the way it works is this. So let's say red and blue are playing. So what's going to happen is I'm red, I'm going to take a turn, and when I'm done with my turn, I will flip the stack. And now blue's going to take a turn. So now blue's going to take a turn, and once blue's done, blue will flip the stack. And now red's going to take another turn. Then once red is done taking a turn, they're going to flip the stack and they're going to pass this network card icon, which means they're going to flip a network card and get rid of whatever icons are on the bottom. If one player drops in budgets, the other player only gets 2 actions per cycle and then has to flip a network card. Once you've finished your first game of the networks, you can start to bring in the advanced network cards, and they look like this. That's the exclusive rights card. That lets you take an available show without paying for it and just reserve it on the exclusive rights card in front of you. Later in the game, you can spend a develop show action to put that show in your lineup. Another advanced card is All-Star Cast, which lets you add up to 2 extra stars beyond the show's listed capacity. Daytime Soaps lets you save one show from dropping from your reruns to your archives. It costs you $3. Those are some of the advanced cards. Now, if you have one of those gaming groups, and I think you know what I'm talking about, you may want to play with some of the interactive cards. Now, this really depends on the kind of gamers you and your group are. Some groups will only play with these cards, some groups will never play with these cards. It's really up to you. So you have cards like Investigative Journalism. All other players immediately rotate 1-star ad of your choice on inactive shows. There's Budget Overrun. All other players have to pay your shows and stars' total upkeep costs. And there is Network Defection. Immediately exchange a star in your green room with a star in any one opponent's green room. Those are all fairly nasty cards, so again, it's up to you whether you want to actually play them or not. The interactive deck doesn't have all nasty take that cards. They have this card, like Executive Producer, discard at the start of the season to improve your turn order for the season, pay $1 for everyone you pass. Or it's got cards that let you use a show in somebody else's lineup instead of your own. Or there is, after somebody's played a 1x network card, you can discard that card, pay them $3, and then take that card to use later. And that's it. I'm Gil Hova, and this has been How to Play the Networks.